11 o'clock on the dot.
Yo, what's up?
I guess I should do the intro, huh?
Sure.
So we're actually one man down right now. Captain Stiffy is not here. I'm actually sitting in his chair. It's a little weird to be right in the camera, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. But hello and good morning and welcome, gamers. We are FPS Guides. Our goal is to bring the gaming community together with reviews, guides, news, and clutch plays. In addition, we talk about all the juicy rumors around the industry, controversies, and random other topics of discussion that could be just fun. Here you'll find some facts, opinions, and a lot of lame jokes from this guy to my left here. If you like what we do, be sure to check us out at FPS Guides and follow us. FPSguides.com, that's our website. Don't forget about that. And follow us on social media. We stream this podcast live every Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/FPSGuides. Thanks for anyone tuning in right now live. For all you listeners out there, FPS Guides can be found on Apple iTunes Podcasts, Google Play, Music, Spotify, Stitcher, anywhere you find podcasts, we're there. Also, if you have Alexa, we're on there too. So check us out. If you're interested in becoming a part of the community, or perhaps becoming a content creator, hit us up at our website. We'd love to hear from you. Hit us up on our Discord as well. It's in the description below. And let's jump into the news. I kind of threw in some extra words there because I missed some words as I went.
You're good. You did great. I think it's the first time you've done the intro, right?
It's the second time, yeah.
Second time.
I should practice. But before we jump into the headliners and news, which, let me tell you, not a lot going on in the gaming world right now. There's some things, but it's more on the business side, I would say, the numbers side. So maybe we'll get some good discussion there. But before that, have you been playing anything or continue to playing anything since last week?
Yes, I have. I've played 2 games.
Okay.
The first one, Witcher 3.
Okay.
Wild Hunt. It's an old game, but it's the first time I played it. But since it was on Game Pass, I was going to try it out. And I'm not unique in that a lot of people have jumped onto trying it because of the Netflix show.
Oh, the concurrent players on Steam was the highest it's ever been.
See?
Because of the show.
See, so like I said, my role in this podcast is to represent the casual gamer, right? So for those of y'all that haven't played and are in the same boat as me and are kind of sitting on the fence because of the show, and I tried it.
Okay. And what's your opinion? Now this is a beloved game in the gaming community, so prepare for an onslaught of comments if you don't like it. So
yeah.
Do you like it?
I did not like it.
Okay.
I thought it was boring.
Thought it was boring.
How
long did you play?
I played for about an hour and a half.
So like an introductory, let's see what's going on.
Right. An hour and a half is how long I was sitting on a couch with the game on. I slept for half an hour.
So you played for an hour.
Yo, there's a cutscene where what's his name?
Geralt.
Geralt of Riva. Yeah, he's at the campsite with the other old Witcher.
Vesemir.
Yes, him. And they're talking, and they're talking what it feels like forever, and I fell asleep.
So the dialogue wasn't engaging. You weren't like, oh, let's see what these characters are talking about. It was just like, okay, cool. Let me get on with some quest or whatever.
Yeah, I think. Well, I learned that the game came out. Did you say 2015?
2015.
All right, the game came out 2015. It's been 5 years since. Mm-hmm. They've polished up on the directing styles. I think they're starting to.
I think it's like stilted. It's a little stilted.
Yeah, I think since God of War, the directing has been way better. Like, it keeps you engaged throughout.
I mean,
but God of War is also
like such a high bar. That
right.
It's the highest bar.
And it was also 3 or 4 years after the fact. So
that's true.
2015. It was sleepy. It was sleepy time, man. I couldn't stay awake. Sorry for y'all that love the game. It is what it is. I didn't want to try to fall asleep because
I just did.
It just
happened. Okay. I mean, it's not for everyone for sure. I played a little bit of it. It was a little clunky in the combat for me, and there's a lot of quests and side stories, which is why it's famous, because a lot of the side stories and quests lead into other characters, then you like those characters, and then you meet other characters, and the world gets expanded, and which is fine, you know?
Yeah.
People really like that. That's cool.
Yeah. That said, the graphics, especially it's on Xbox, it's not even on a PC. The graphics look awesome. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe that it's a 5-year-old game.
CD Projekt Red has been continually updating that game, like,
Okay.
since it came out.
Okay.
So that's why.
Well, that
Which is cool.
alone makes it very impressive, because if you wouldn't have told me that it was 2015, I would have guessed that it's maybe a year or two old. That's how the graphics back then must have just floored people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
And CD Projekt Red did a good job, I think.
Yeah.
Maintaining and updating it.
yes.
So to keep it good.
When you mentioned the controls, it was clunky as all heck. I couldn't. You know when I'm chasing my son through the wall to try to get down, like early in the game, I could not keep up with him because I keep falling off. Well, I started cheating. I just started running off like the edges instead of trying to take the ladders because it was taking too dang. It was too clunky. I was falling off stairs, falling off ladders.
It's like things should be snappy. Animations should be snappy, not like. It kind of reminds me of Red Dead a little bit. Like it's like the animations are slow.
And this game must have predated that mechanic that you guys explained to me with God of War, where you, with the right joystick, if you push down, it centers your sights. It did not do that.
No, I don't know if it locks onto an enemy when you're fighting. Did you fight anything?
Yes, you can hold the, I think RB
To lock on? Is there a lock on mechanic?
R2. Yeah. There's a lock on mechanic,
Oh.
but it doesn't change your sight onto him. It just directs your attacks towards him, and you keep facing him.
So
But
it's
centering the
It's
camera-
not like the camera
No.
like goes around what you're centering. Okay.
Uh-uh.
Okay. Yeah, I like that mechanic a lot. It's
Yeah.
like so helpful.
Yeah, and I found that very frustrating.
Okay. So frustrated game.
Boring, frustrating to play. Graphics were awesome, and you know, I am just not a fan.
That's okay.
I wanted to check it out, see what the hubbub was about. Just not a fan.
Deepuli says you can play The Witcher in Monster Hunter, I think World. Yeah, Monster Hunter World. True, but it's not like you play as Geralt in that game. It's not like you play like parts of The Witcher. It's just like you play as Geralt, which is super cool because like Capcom is over in Japan while CD Projekt Red is over in Poland, and they had this collaboration. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. You get the same powers.
Yeah, you literally are Geralt in that game, and then you actually go kill a monster from The Witcher. Like,
That's awesome.
So it's really cool. Cool crossover.
That's a very cool crossover. The second game I played was Doom, also on Game Pass.
Okay.
In preparation to play.
For Doom 2, yeah. I'm pretty excited. That's a PC game, dude. That's a PC game through and through.
I thought the game would be easy since it's simple. Simple doesn't mean easy.
Correct.
Right? Like chess, it's pretty simple. You can teach the rules of chess in 15 minutes, but it's not
Not an easy game.
Doom is hard.
Yeah, you have to be. Were you moving a lot, or were you kind of hiding or covering?
I tried both approaches, and I thought you could just go in guns blazing and just start blasting monsters, but I think there's a little bit more.
Did you do any glory kills? Do you know what glory
Yeah.
kills are?
Yeah, you
Okay,
stun them and then you push the right mouse, the right joystick, and it just
it does like some crazy kill.
Yeah.
So you gotta maintain a balance between doing that and just using your guns to kill, because when you glory kill, you get health, and then if you chainsaw, you get ammo and armor.
Right.
So you have to do like a dance in between glory kills, chainsawing, and just regular killing.
Yeah.
To get your health and armor back up.
Exactly that. I did not expect it to be that challenging. Like you have to be accurate with your shots.
Was it engaging though? Where you're just like, oh, okay, I see this. I can get into this, or like I can see myself playing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think I'll give it another shot.
Probably not until Doom Eternal, but
okay, that's fine. I'd definitely recommend it on PC because I played it on Steam and it was like, oh man, this is great.
Yeah,
so much better.
I think I would have appreciated it more having my mouse and keyboard, trying to fiddle away with my thumbs.
Very fluid.
Yeah, I enjoyed that better than
The Witcher.
The Witcher 3. So.
Dude, it's fun. I'd recommend definitely like try to play through it. It's probably like 6 hours. It's really not that long.
Oh, okay. All right, then I probably will play it.
It's fun too. It's like maybe you have like, I don't know, some customer calls you have a bad day, whatever. Just put the headphones on, blast the metal in your face, and then just slay demons.
Yeah, you got to be accurate with your shots. The enemies, the monsters, they're not.
Yeah, the demons won't just like stand there. They'll come after you. They'll find you.
They'll move, and they're strong. They do damage. Yeah, that's it. Pretty cool.
Cool. Nice. I haven't really been playing too many games. I've been playing Smash a little bit because the new character, Byleth, came out from Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'll give you like a little breakdown of him quickly when we get to that section there. But let's see. Otherwise, what have I been playing? Nothing really.
Nothing.
Really haven't been playing too much. Oh, I've been playing a little bit of Code Vein. The game is not very good.
No.
It's very clunky.
Let me be right back. I'm grabbing
It's
coffee.
just very, But, okay, so my friend left, so it's just me now. So I'm just going to jump into what I think of the news, I guess, since talking about the game I played to no one is interesting. So I guess we'll start with our first topic. I'll just kind of lay it out there, and I'll fill in Sig when he gets back, I guess. Got a coffee break going on. Basically, first headline is, it's on the thumbnail too, if you guys saw it. Activision, the big old bad Activision company, is making moves. They're making moves today. Activision moves all esports exclusively to YouTube from Twitch after the Twitch deal ends. Oh, there he is. Got some coffee. We're actually going to jump into the first story, I think.
All right, what do you got?
This is from Forbes, and I just kind of briefly said it. Activision moves all esports exclusively to YouTube from Twitch after the Twitch deal expires. So, this is very interesting because Activision announced this partnership with Google, aka YouTube, to stream COD League and Overwatch League exclusively on YouTube instead of Twitch. Interesting, because Twitch has always been the home for, when you think of esports, you're like, oh, esports? Twitch. Just synonymous with that thought. The Twitch deal was for 2 years, and now that's over, Activision is just dumping them like an old girlfriend. So,
I wonder why.
Oh, what?
I wonder why.
Unsure. The article that Forbes posted didn't really give a reason why Activision was doing this explicitly, but a noticeable thing is that since Activision is making this partnership with Google, they did not mention anything about bringing their games to Stadia. Very interesting. Basically, YouTube and Google are going to host all of esports, all of Activision's esports, but not have their games on Stadia, even though they just entered a huge partnership.
Huh.
I feel like that's kind of telling, as in Activision is like, hey, Stadia's crap, so we're not putting our games on there. But what do you think of this move from Twitch to YouTube? You think it's a big deal?
I don't think it's that big of a deal. A platform's a platform, but I think it's money. I think
it's a money deal?
I think it's all about the money, baby. It's all about the money.
So why doesn't Amazon come in and be like, oh, I see you, Google. How about this money? And then try and keep them there. Because that's a lot of viewers. Overwatch League is pretty big, man. Like, there's a lot of viewers they're going to lose.
Huh. Why didn't Amazon match the Google deal? I don't know. It may be Google paid a premium. Like
something astronomical
dumb.
number.
Something dumb because Stadia was such a flop. They're like, guys, we can't just
like, we need something, please.
We need something. We've got YouTube. YouTube is a product that works for us. It's a money maker for us. Let's try to win this one.
Do you think this is a signal that Twitch might be losing?
Not at all.
Losing traction?
Not at all.
No. I mean, there are three big streamers left. I mean, Ninja Shroud, Courage left. A lot of other people are, I think, leaving. And
it's all for the same reason, for the money. It's all for the money. And I don't think... Let's put it this way. I'm trying to find a good analogy for it. If Ninja Shroud, when the big names first started leaving Twitch, if Amazon would have felt that pain, they would have competed in a bidding war to keep these...
Keep their stars there, pretty much.
Keep their stars there. But they haven't, meaning they're not skipping a beat. It's still, when you think about watching video games, you still go to Twitch.
Yes.
This little move that Google has done to take Activision, it's
something.
It's something, but it's still it has done nothing to jolt our minds into thinking about
associating.
There it is.
Like watching gaming and YouTube
and Twitch. It's still Twitch. It's not.
Do you think that could change in the next five-ish years? Like, I mean, it starts with a few steps. Streamers leave, big events leave. Like, what's stopping other people?
It can't change because YouTube is too big. YouTube is too big. They have to They're always walking on eggshells with their censoring and the content that they put out there. So anything that's controversial, they don't want. They have too many filters. Google's too big to.
So Twitch is more open
to have unfiltered content. Twitch is open, dude. Twitch is like everybody. Like there could be somebody just cutting their toenails and be like, "I'm put on Twitch." YouTube,
so it's more freedom.
Yes. Twitch is more of community or more. Help me here.
Community. I like that word.
It's more like
a social aspect.
Yeah, independent. Like just people with 0 viewers are streaming their lives on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
You don't have that on YouTube.
It's more of a place to start, really.
Yes.
Because like it's not like Twitch is gating you. It's like, oh, you don't have any viewers. Like, no, we're just gonna like delete you from Twitch. It's like, no, like you can be there. Like you can try your best and get viewers. It's all up to you, man.
Even when you watch YouTube, like the videos on YouTube, the production value is so good now. Like there's lots of big budgets being thrown.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
At these productions that are just YouTube channels. You're just like on Linus Tech Tips, they've got those. They spent like $250,000 on cameras like last year. Like, do you remember those? That
I know.
And
that
was,
channel.
And then even Marquez MKBHD, he was like, we don't need all this, but we got it. Like,
but we have it.
It's like the budgets to compete on YouTube are so high up there that it doesn't feel small time anymore.
It feels like an actual like production company almost.
Yes.
So if Overwatch League and COD League they're moving over, what if the streamers get a lot of notoriety and they decide to move out of Twitch? Like all the streamers that play these professional games like Overwatch and COD, they're just like, all right, well, we're getting a lot of notoriety right now because we're on YouTube because we're having all our events there. Like, why don't we go somewhere else that isn't Twitch? Like, I feel like that thought could start to enter the players' minds.
No, because they're gonna see what happened to Ninja. Ninja, it already feels like he's losing steam. Like, all right, he cashed out, and I don't blame him for that.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
no way.
I would do the same thing. It's time to cash out. I mean, every story has an ending. So, so what a way to end it than to get a big payday.
Yeah, $30 million paycheck.
Right, but he's not getting those Twitch.
No, he's not getting those thousands of viewers or stuff like that. He was on Twitch.
My kid and his friends, they used to watch Ninja highlights when he was on Twitch.
They don't watch him anymore?
They don't watch him anymore. Now
they don't just go to Mixer?
No, why would you? I mean, Twitch is where it's
just another
at.
website.
Twitch is where it's at. It's like
they'd be like, "Oh, go to Mixer." It's like, "What the hell's that?" I see your point.
People watch Ninja because he's awesome at Fortnite. There's a lot of people that's also awesome at Fortnite. They don't watch Ninja because he's Ninja. Like he's
just the best or one of the best.
He's not even. Yeah, he's one of the best. Like, did he do good on that Fortnite World Cup?
He wasn't even in it, I don't think. Okay, maybe he's not one of the best then.
Right. I'm not hating on Ninja. I'm just saying, like, he's free and awesome. He put the game. He put the game on the map. Like he played with Drake.
Yeah.
Right. One of my buddies, he said he started playing Fortnite because Drake played Fortnite.
There you go. There you go, man. It works. It works.
I don't think this really means, in my opinion, I don't think this means much. It doesn't hurt Twitch.
I do think it's interesting though.
It's good for Activision. It gives them more money. It's good for YouTube and Google because they get a little bit more relevant.
And maybe man, it would have been smart for Activision to put their games on Stadia because what if you're watching COD League or Overwatch and you're like, oh man, that game looks sick, I want to play that. You could just have like a little Stadia pop-up or a little Stadia tab right there and be like, jump right in.
But if the experience of playing is as bad as it is,
yeah, it's pretty bad.
And
it's pretty bad.
Like it might be too much work for not enough juice. Maybe there's not enough people playing on Stadia.
There isn't at all. I have a feeling Stadia will be irrelevant by this year.
You don't think it's irrelevant now?
Not yet, because it's the first one out of the gate.
Okay.
That's why. Because xCloud's still coming out later. Amazon's service is coming out later. EA's making their own. So, just because they're the first one out of the gate, which makes them relevant because there's no one else doing it yet.
Okay.
They will be irrelevant once someone else eats their lunch and steps on their toes.
Okay.
which is going to be Microsoft. So, yeah. So that's it for that story, really. I mean, good job, Activision, making moves. We're going to move on to the other half of that company, Blizzard. They're back in the news because they are screwing up again, man. Like, wow, they are screwing up. This comes from Forbes again, actually. Forbes doing some work this week. Blizzard messes up Warcraft 3 Reforged and ruins their reputation even more. So, okay. So I broke down the story in the bullet points here, and we'll go through it, and you will be amazed about how much they are effing this up. So Warcraft 3, just so you guys, if you guys didn't know. Oh, hello. Looks like we have another chatter. Haha. Looks like it's Jutakai, if I can read correctly. Blizzard messes up Warcraft 3 again. Reforged. Warcraft 3 is a 17-year-old game, if you guys didn't know. That's really old. So fans were super excited to jump into this thing. They were just like, oh man, 17-year-old game. Like, this is going to be remastered. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. None of those things are true. So, Blizzard falsely advertised enhanced cutscenes, improved graphics, and also falsely advertised improved voice work and an overhauled UI. That's already bad right there. You can't falsely advertise stuff. I mean, come on, man. There are tons of bugs, crashes, like late texture pop-ins. There's cutscenes that when they end, you go to the defeat screen. Like, what? Like, how is this happening? Even after Blizzard said they delayed this game to fix bugs, crashes, and polish the game, these things are still happening within the game. Connecting to custom games, can't do that. Connecting to the campaign to even play the damn game, you gotta be in a line for that too. Like, everything is just messed up. It keeps going, we're not even done yet. So both the original and the reforged or remastered version, they use the same online infrastructure. So, all the problems that are affecting this new version are now overtaking the original version. So if you log onto the original version, you will have the same problems you will have in the remastered version. That's really bad. That's really dumb. There's some very notable basic features that were in the original that they took out of the remaster, which is insane to me, because it's a remaster. Like, your goal is to make this thing better, is to make it more efficient. Quality of life has to improve, everything. And Blizzard is also rejecting refunds for most people, saying that all purchases are final upon, buying the product, which I'm pretty sure that's illegal. I'm not really sure, but that might be illegal in some countries. Probably Australia. They got some crazy consumer protection laws over there. And this is a rumor, this next part, Blizzard could be banning users that are trying to help other players get a refund. So that's a bunch of things wrong with this game here. And do you have any history with Warcraft or know anyone that played Warcraft at all?
I have friends that played Warcraft, but I never played with them, so I can't really give any feedback on this game. But.
On the game, but like, I just read off like 7 bullet points that are super wrong about this game. Like, this is a 17-year-old. This should have been a slam dunk, man. You're remastering a fan favorite game. This should be a slam dunk, home run, easy. This should be easy. And they just messed it up even more. So Blizzard is now further in the grave than they were before. And which is crazy because they just came off 2019, which was a terrible year for them. They didn't have any new games. They had that whole Hearthstone controversy with Blitzchung. And BlizzCon sucked. So, man.
All right, just for clarification for the other noobs like myself who don't play Warcraft. Warcraft 3 was originally released in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
July 3rd, 2002. So that's the 17-year-old game. 18-year-old, almost 18.
It's almost 18.
Yeah.
It's almost legal, but...
So, Blizzard basically did a remastered version and called it Warcraft 3 Reforged, correct?
Right.
Okay. And so I'm taking they didn't just do visual upgrades. They did other upgrades too.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, long time.
Thank you for subscribing.
They also did mechanics, probably?
Yeah. They showed at BlizzCon, either, I think in 2018, it was like, oh, look at these enhanced cutscenes. Look at this voiceover work we're going to do. Look at this UI. Look at everything we're going to overhaul.
Okay.
None of that happened.
And they broke it.
None of that happened.
That's bad. That's real bad.
And people are I think people in Australia are pretty much breaking Blizzard over the coals right now to get a refund because in Australia, there's certain laws that you have to abide by. And actually, the consumer representative from Blizzard was like, well, this is an American company, you bought an American product from an American company. And the guy was like, yeah, an Australian currency, dude, in Australia.
Right.
So their reasons for not giving refunds are not valid. And this is just how do you start off 2020 like this, man? Like, you end 2019 terribly. You start off literally eating your own crap. Like, this is terrible, man. I've never seen something like this happen at this scale. So what do you do? What do you do as a company? If you're Blizzard, what do you do now? Do you just give those refunds and be like, just take it, take the refunds, like please, just, or what do you do? Do you spend your resources and manpower or overhauling the game like you said you would? What do you think they should do? What would you do, Mr. J. Allen Brack, who's the owner of Blizzard?
I don't know what I would do. You just got to keep patching. It's software. You just patch it up. Start addressing the problems. Start with the things that make the game unplayable.
Like crashing upon loading the campaign.
Yeah, start with that, and then just keep fixing it. I wouldn't issue refunds. I would issue an apology.
Like a company apology.
Yeah. They might need to move some of these, like, cause their Fortnite division's kicking ass.
Their what?
Fortnite.
Fortnite?
Epic Blizzard, right?
No. Activision Blizzard.
Activision
Epic is totally separate.
Oh, I don't know why I okay. Well, they can't give. No. They definitely can't give refunds.
What are you gonna do?
They can't give refunds, dude. No.
You're like, oh, Activision, save us. It's like, what?
Yeah,
You're acting Activision to save you? Yeah, they're in. Whew, so that's going on with Warcraft Reforged. It actually has, I think, the record low on Metacritic for a user score. I think it's at 1.1 right now, which is like, wow.
And there's a lot of people playing Warcraft 3.
Oh yeah.
And now that if they messed up Reforged,
and they messed up the original because of this one.
Because of that. Oh, dude, that's so. I don't know. I don't know.
Really bad.
They just gotta fix it. Just fix it. It's software. You can fix it. It's fixable.
Takes a long time though.
On the off chance that there are any software developers on our
like listening or watching,
yeah, they need to roll back to the most stable commit.
It's like just roll back to this version.
Just roll. Oh man,
just deletes all of Warcraft. Just like, oh man. Yeah, so that's what's going on with Blizzard right now. Really not doing so hot starting off 2020, but I think we'll move on to we can give our Smash impressions of Byleth here, because I played him for a little bit, him or her, you could be a guy or a girl, and Sig has played against him for a little bit, and basically I'll do a quick breakdown. Slow, powerful, good recovery, and relies on reading a lot.
Reach.
Range, yeah, his range is super good. Definitely his strong suit, actually.
It's broken. It covers like 30% of the platform.
That's true. It does. Yes.
What do they call it? The dark level that we play on.
Final D.
Yeah, Final Destination.
Yeah.
It covers like a third of that platform.
It is a slow move though. He is slow.
Yeah.
So that is the saving grace. However, if you're trying to main him, you really got to rely on reading and spacing. So hey, if anyone's going to play Smash, hit us up. I'll be playing this weekend probably with Nathan, because that was pretty fun. And yeah, I mean, I think our Smash codes are in the description, right?
Yes.
And then yeah, jump into our Discord, and we have a little Smash tab right there. And hey, if you want to play, we'll be on. But he's okay. He's all right. Not a bad character. Just he's okay. Give him like a C rating. Maybe a C. I'll give him a C. Yeah. So that's the Smash news really. He just came out, and we'll probably have another Smash character released in, I want to say, April, probably. So, look forward to that. I just made that up. Hopefully it's true.
Of all the Smash characters that have been released since after the game was released, who has been the strongest characters?
Strongest?
I think it's Joker by far, right?
Strongest, like fan reception?
No,
or just
both. Yeah, sure.
Fan reception would be Joker by far.
Uh-huh.
And the strongest, like, well-balanced overall character would probably be Joker as well.
I think so, too. Oh, but only because of MK Leo.
Well, other people play him, but, like, I don't see a lot of other people playing. I see some people playing Terry, some people playing Banjo, but not a lot. Not as much as I see other people playing Joker.
Right.
He's pretty good. He's good. I like him. I don't play him. He's a little too fast for me, but...
Too light?
Yeah, a little too light. I play Inkling and Palutena, so I play characters that are kind of combo-centric. This guy plays Pikachu, combo machine.
I used to, not anymore.
Oh, not anymore.
I still do for fun, but I got these
now he plays
4-year-old thumbs, man. It just don't. It just won't do it. Just won't do it. All right, so enough with that.
Enough Smash news there.
Smash news, yeah.
So we're gonna move on to more streaming news. This is actually pretty interesting because this could give Stadia and xCloud a little bit of a scare here. So GeForce Now, this is by NVIDIA. If you guys are familiar with NVIDIA, they make all the GTX cards, RTX cards, like the 2080s, 1080s, all those cards. Their competitor is AMD. And NVIDIA is actually coming out with their own streaming service called GeForce Now. It's their own cloud gaming streaming service. It's actually coming out of beta, which is cool because it was in beta for, let's see, what did I write down? The beta started in December 2017 for Mac, which is insane, and January 2018 for Windows. So that's pretty cool. They're in beta for 2 years, at least, which is already better than Stadia right there. And there's two versions of this this service. There's the free version, of course, and then there's the Founders Edition, quote unquote, which is like their premium version. And the premium version is going to cost $5 a month, which is pretty good. Now, NVIDIA did say they went with this pricing model because they're feeling pressure from Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. So $5 a month will undercut xCloud, it will undercut Stadia, and it most likely will undercut whatever Amazon has planned because, I mean, you're not going to go lower than $5 a month. Just, you're not going to do it. Like, your business just, it's not going to happen. So, there's some features here that I want to tell you guys about, and we'll kind of go through it. So, the non-basic version is free, like I said before. The Founders Edition, again, priced at $5 a month. Now, this is a limited time offer. If you agree to subscribe for 12 months, you get this $5 a month price. I'm not sure. There was no details about if you can choose maybe 3 months or 6 months, something like that. I'm not sure. So this includes the premium version, the Founders Edition we're talking about, includes ray tracing support. That's cool. Free trial period of 3 months. That's pretty cool. Priority access to servers. Okay, all right, cool. An extended session length in the server. So to me, this says if you have the free version, you only have 1 hour of session time in the server, which really isn't much at all to play anything. And then you have to wait in a queue as well to get that server access. So if you have the Founders Edition, you kind of jump those lines. And basically, this is going to combat all the other streaming services. How do you think this is going to do? Oh, there's one other detail I forgot to mention. This will be a little bit better here. You can also play your current PC libraries using this software, or using this service, I should say. So it's not like Stadia where you can only play Stadia games. You have this service, you can play your library of games from Steam, from GOG, from wherever. So how do you think this is going to do? Think it's a good idea, bad idea? Think NVIDIA is late to the party?
I don't know how well it's going to do. It's going to depend on the execution. But I think it's a good idea. And I think it's very ballsy for NVIDIA to do this.
Ballsy? Why?
Yes.
Why is that?
NVIDIA is in the business of making graphics cards.
Yeah, they're hardware.
Yes.
Most of the time.
If they succeed, they'll put themselves. They're on a race. They're engaging in a race to put themselves out of business, right? If it's online cloud streaming, people don't need to buy $1,000 graphics cards anymore.
Yes.
But that's their bread and butter. That's how they make their money. So if they succeed, they'll put the graphics cards business out of business, and that's how they make their money. This is why it's ballsy. Now,
what's the advantage then?
What's the advantage is a lot of good companies do that. They adapt, whatever.
Both of those things.
Yeah. Do you know who invented the digital camera?
No.
You know what? You can't even develop film anymore. I tried to. I was cleaning out my garage. I found an old digital camera. It still had film. I went to Walmart. They laughed at me. Went to Walgreens. They laughed at me.
They're like, "Where's your stone tablets, buddy?"
And I'm like, "How do I get this developed?" And they're just like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I think I have to develop it myself.
Okay. I don't know how to do that, but it sounds hard.
Okay. I went too long on that. But you know who invented the digital camera?
No.
Kodak.
Okay.
Kodak is the ones that they first invented the digital camera in 1975.
Kodak film.
But they put it under wraps. They buried it, locked up the technology because they did not want to put their film business out of business.
Okay.
In doing so, instead of embracing that technology and basically licensing out digital camera technology to everybody, then they'd still be relevant today. But they're not. So NVIDIA doing this, I think, is kind of protecting their future. It's
not like NVIDIA only makes consumer cards. They make data center cards. They make cards for other fields as well. They don't only make like PC gaming cards.
Yeah, but most of their money is made on
Is it? Compared to like data centers and stuff?
I'd be curious to see the numbers.
So you think it's a good move overall?
I think it's a good move. Yeah, and I think they're early enough where there's GPUs still have probably another 5 to 10 years.
I feel like this is just it's similar to what xCloud will be doing. It's not a supplement, it's a addition. It's like, you can play these games here this way, or you can also do it the normal way.
They're getting ready for when the time comes that ISPs are ready for this technology.
Okay, that'll be a little bit, maybe a year or two.
Maybe a lot more.
You think so?
Maybe a lot more. I still have issues. We have a 500 by 500 dedicated here at the office. 500 down, 500 up. Full duplex too, so you can get them both concurrently. And yet we still suffer from latency issues around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, where everybody's sending those emails out to close the day. Like we still get latency issues. We're getting pings of 100
and that's
milliseconds.
like that data is like irrelevant almost. Like it's text. Like,
correct.
It's small data.
So, and nobody's got 500 by 500 async full duplex at home, and we still couldn't game to a satisfactory level if we were to play at 3 or 4 o'clock. We would still notice hiccups, and we'll try it. I mean, we could try it. Just that'd be a good educational.
It would be
to say, look, this is how not ready the current state of ISPs are for online game streaming. So I think it's good that NVIDIA is doing this now because internets are not ready yet. But as soon as they're ready, NVIDIA is going to be there with their version of...
They're just like... It's pretty much like when a store is like opening and there's just a line of people. It's like, all right, we're ready.
Yeah.
Like, we're ready for this now.
Yeah.
Okay. I think anyone that comes out that isn't Stadia will win because Stadia has a terrible reputation. It doesn't work. And I shouldn't say that. It works as advertised, just not well at all.
Yeah.
So if your product is just like, it's not Stadia, that's already a win pretty much. Like, you already beat them. It's not Stadia.
Yeah.
So
that said, they won't... This is brilliant, actually, because even if the consumers, the end users, don't buy GPUs, the people who's offering the cloud game streaming still needs to buy the GPUs. For example, if let's say Stadia worked, right? Mm-hmm. People wouldn't need to buy GPUs themselves, but Google needs to buy those GPUs.
Right. Right. Well, that's why. Well, NVIDIA is like has their own server. Like you'd be using their servers and their power.
Right. So it's good, great move. I think it's a great move. I think it's ballsy, and I think it's freaking genius.
Okay.
Yeah. What do those means? Thanks for the chat. People are putting some emojis on there, and I can't really understand what it means.
It's probably thanks for the sub or thanks for the follow. One of those. It looks cool though. I like them. This is how Twitch illiterate we are. Not understanding this emoji or meme. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. I didn't think of it like that. I didn't think of it from that lens.
Which part?
Where you said like it was a brilliant move, because I thought it was like, okay, like
the fact that they are in the GPU business and now they're working on something that people know.
And native gaming is always better. Like you'll always have that hardcore PC crowd to be like,
for now,
I'm not gonna. For now and for the foreseeable future, in I don't think
it's
native
easy for you to
gaming-
say that you have a good video card. There's a lot of people out there that don't have a video card that you're playing on. A lot of people out there are playing with.
I didn't say you had to have a good video card. I said native gaming on local hardware will always be better for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 years.
I like how you said it like a politician. Yeah, it's hard to refute that. Yes, yes. But again, once the ISPs catch up with good internets for us, it'll blow out of the water.
True. I think the ISPs might be underestimating how data heavy gaming is. It's like, oh yeah, we stream 4K video all the time, Netflix or whatever. It's like, listen, this is some heavy data that you have to transmit. This isn't just like, oh, let me watch a video. Like, these are inputs. These are like actual algorithms and things that are happening real time.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully, what you said way back, probably like a year ago maybe, will probably come true, where ISPs will offer like gaming packages and have different separated packages like that, like TV oriented, gaming oriented.
To reiterate what it was that I said, ISPs need to come up to make a custom gaming package. You don't need fast download speeds, but you need low latency. Meaning you don't need 100 megabits download. If you pull up your network, if you pull up Task Manager if you're playing, or if you can monitor the traffic on your home network when you're playing a game, you're not hardly using too much download speeds or upload speeds.
Right, but gamers are gonna want fast downloads, so when they download their games, it's quick.
That's a different. Yes, that's a different topic in regards to when you're actually playing the game.
Okay.
You're not using fast download and fast upload. You're barely breaking 1 megabits at most of the time.
Right.
But what you do need is low latency. That's the ping. When people see when you see the ping value, that's basically how fast and clear the signal is like with lack of noise.
Right.
Okay. So ISPs just need to put more switches in every city.
I mean, they can do that. They're rich. They can do that.
Just put more switches and find a way. There was a technology back in 2000 and...
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Captain Stiffy? There was a technology back in I want to say 2010, 2011, and Sprint was doing this where they had these. No, it wasn't Sprint. It was
Verizon.
Alcatel-Lucent.
What's that?
It's they make hardware for telecom, okay, and they had these boxes, maybe the size of this table, okay, and it replaced these very expensive cellular towers.
Okay.
So they're not quite as strong as a cellular tower, but they were cheap enough. Where you can order thousands of them at a time and just sprinkle them throughout the city.
So you have like a blanket coverage rather than
improve your coverage.
rather than like one strong point.
Yes. ISPs can do that because right now we're broadcasting from our city right now. There's only one main switch for this that services this whole city. We're in a small city. But if they were able to somehow put a lot more, let's say they put a switch on every street, okay? That would clear up. That would allow much lower latency.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about GeForce now. Actually, I have a friend who's like not working on stuff like that, but like he's working on Wi-Fi signals that can be attached to like lampposts, so you can just put them wherever, and they're solar powered.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's working on that right now.
That's super cool.
You guys think this is gonna make Stadia start sweating?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. But so we just had Captain Stevie join us, coming in late, probably taking care of some captain stuff. I don't know, but he's here now. We just got done all this stuff when we're going through the rapid fire. And...
I was at an open house, so
Woo!
sorry about that.
Woo!
Let's go.
That's exciting. Maybe
Yeah.
you'll move before my sister.
Nuts. I don't know. There was no washer and dryer in the unit. It was kind of annoying. Well dumb.
If there's no washer and dryer in the unit, but you have the hookups.
See, I didn't see the hookups. I have to ask the person who was there was like someone who just manages property. She didn't know anything.
If the hookups are there, off topic, but
Off
there's
topic.
a lot of people out there. This is the
Off
same
topic.
scenario,
Yeah,
right?
They were trying to get a house right now.
There's a lot of people out there, and I'm sharing this through the landlord's perspective. We're currently doing renovations
Okay.
for a triplex up north, and we were weighing the options of putting a washer dryer or not. Apparently, according to our property manager, putting a washer and dryer, we can command an additional rent of $50 to $80 a month. Okay.
Okay.
But without, so if you see the same sort of cost impact, it might behoove you to not have a washer and dryer, put one in yourself, because you can offset that $50 to $80 a month in about 5 months.
I mean, you can get like a used washer.
Yes, especially them stand up.
$300 to $500.
Yep.
Depending. So.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
That might be better for you as long as the hookups are there.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I don't know if there's hookups there, so I have to talk to the realtor again. But.
I mean, you checked it out, so it was a good deal.
I mean, it's a good deal. So it's a pretty decent house. It was like $1,400 a month or something like that.
It's a house?
Yeah, it was a house.
Oh, there's got to be washer dryer hookups. If not, at least have them put one in for you.
Like legally?
I just can't imagine somebody living in a house and having a laundromat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go to a freaking
It's like a washboard. It's like, oh my god, what is this? A washboard and clothesline outside.
Well, laundromat, so if you gotta like just take a whole day every week to maintain it, you don't want to do that. So. Yeah, so
negotiate with them. Have them, if there isn't one, which it would be hard to believe, just have them put it in.
True.
All right.
Yeah, little life lesson here too. Come here for life lessons sometimes as well.
Yeah, we talk.
I don't think I'm gonna worry about that for another year.
Talk about video games and realty here.
So we are gonna continue on with the news though, and I just want to mention this is insane to me that Pokemon Sword and Shield has sold 16.18 million copies from November 15th to December 31st. Everyone put that in perspective right now. That is an insane number to sell.
16.1 million copies.
Since Christmas?
Since November 25th, or November 15th when it came out, to December 31st.
So mid-November to end of December.
That's a month and a half.
It's a month and a half.
It sold 16 million copies.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot.
Wow.
So just put that in perspective. That's amazing. Because, there's all this news about Pokemon like being stale and everyone not buying it. 16 million copies in a month and a half is amazing. So, there you go. Speaking of copies, we have the Valve Index VR headset. Remember we were talking about that?
Yeah.
Has sold 103,000 units in Q4 after the announcement of Half-Life Alyx. So look at Valve just being like, hey, let's put Half-Life out there. Oh, you need a VR headset to play it? We also have one of those.
That's all you gotta do.
So when people say exclusives don't matter, they are wrong.
It's Half-Life. This
is proof right here.
When a video game has like gotten to meme status, it's pretty famous. That's a pretty nice looking VR.
It's really nice looking, dude. But so exclusives work, ladies and gentlemen.
That right there, $1,000.
Is that one of the best on the market right there?
It's probably the best on the market.
These little speaker-looking things, are they speakers or motion sensors?
No,
those are motion sensors.
Motion sensors, yeah.
Motion.
You put them like in the corner.
Yeah, you can actually. So I guess it has more fine-tuned movement because it actually has motion sensors.
Because it has finger tracking as well. Yeah. So in the game Half-Life Alyx, you'll be able to use like your fingers to grab stuff. And so not just.
Interesting.
So it's very advanced. So that's why it's also $1,000. So. Okay. But man, 103,000 times 1,000 is what? Like 10 billion, whatever math it is. That's a lot right there, dude. You just made so much money. They're probably gonna take that money, put it right into Half-Life, and polish it. Like, very smart. Very, very smart. And then I think we're gonna continue on with these sales numbers here. The Nintendo Switch has officially outsold the Xbox One after last year's holiday season. This comes from Forbes. And the Switch has sold over 52 million units, surpassing Xbox One. And it did so in 34 months, compared to the Xbox One, which has been out for 74 months. So basically, it was at like three and a half years. 3.5 years the Switch has been out. And they already outsold the Xbox One. It's been out since 2013, I think. 2013, 2014.
Yeah, it was like 2013 because it was like sophomore year of college.
That is ridiculous.
Yep.
That is insane. Again, proof of exclusives right there.
Exclusives work.
Selling Switch consoles. And this does include the Switch Lite as well. So that also made a ton of money because it's a Pokemon machine, basically. So, yeah, exclusives work, man. And then speaking of that, there will not be another Switch revision or model in 2020, according to Kotaku. Nintendo themselves sent this to Kotaku and said, hey, No new Switch models this year. Not in 2020. So all those rumors, they're not real.
Yeah, there was the possibility of the Pro Switch
coming
out this year.
It was mid time this year.
Yeah.
But not happening. Not happening.
You know, there was another cool sales thing that I saw that I didn't get to put on here.
Okay.
Was that Jedi Fallen Order completely surpassed EA's expectations.
Yes, dude, that's awesome.
Like completely. I don't know if I looked the number. It was like huge, and they actually had a pretty big expectation for it.
That's really good because EA is known for like, oh, single players don't sell. That's why we make all these multiplayer live action games. But bam, Respawn coming in. See what happens when you make a good story and a good game? It sells. So this is good. That's really good news. I like to hear that. And let's see. That you said that was upcoming.
So they were expected to sell 10 million units.
They only expected to sell 10 million?
Yeah, they expected to sell 10 million units of Jedi Fallen Order, and they had surpassed that.
Hell yeah.
Which is
awesome.
Cool. I mean, you know, single player games aren't as
profitable,
so they don't have high expectations for it. You know, not everyone's gonna shovel out to the full price for a single player game because they don't see it as like a, you know, I don't know, enough of experience, I guess.
Do you agree with that, Sid? What do you think about that?
About what?
Single player games like not being enough of an experience to justify their price compared to like say an ongoing game where it's like continuously updated, new content. Like, do you think there's justification there, and it's just preference?
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I mean, single player games are pretty expensive to make. It's a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the money that you don't spend in, you know, connections and multiplayer and stuff, you spend on voice actors, script writers.
Yep. Like directors.
Yeah, I don't think that one can say that it's not justifiable. I think it's justifiable.
Different expectations.
And I don't even play single player games.
Yeah, I know.
But I can see where the money's going.
It's like saying
it's like saying The Witcher 3 sucks.
I went on my rant this morning.
Yeah, I think you did.
That's like saying I don't want to pay for a movie ticket unless the movie is a trilogy. Like, you're getting one story. Like, you're paying for one experience. Like, oh no, like I don't want to spend 2 hours of my life and only get this. Like, well, how good was that experience? Like,
right.
That's what I always boil it down to. If the experience is good and memorable, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, and then we actually do have some upcoming releases and deals. Let's see, Xbox has got some stuff, and PlayStation actually has got some stuff.
Yeah, Xbox got some games with gold for February. You got TT Isle of Man coming February 1st. It'll be available till the end of February.
I don't really know what that game is. Sorry,
not sure
not
what
heard
that
of
is.
it.
Call of Cthulhu going to come out February 16th to March 15th. Then we got Fable Heroes coming out February 1st to February 15th.
Is that a fighting game?
Fable Heroes.
I don't know what that game is.
Is that yeah? It was like I think it was like one of those Fable spin-off games. I think it was like less RPG.
Oh, okay.
And a little bit more straightforward and stuff. But I mean, if it has that short release window right there, it's probably pretty decent.
Probably.
It's probably pretty decent.
Only 2 weeks? Yeah, it's probably pretty good.
It's only available for 2 weeks and it's free, so you might as well download it. And Star Wars Battlefront, February 16th to February 29th.
This is the OG Battlefront on Xbox.
This is the OG one?
The OG Battlefront.
This is the only one worth playing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Battlefront 2, which is the OG Battlefront 2. Yeah. Get that.
So that's pretty cool, actually. You got 2 weeks to grab that. And then PS Plus games for February are actually pretty damn good. They're The Sims 4, so, I mean, if you want to waste like 1,000 hours of your life, you got that. You got VR title, actually, Firewall 0 Hour. That's cool. They're throwing in a VR title there. This is listed as a bonus title, so I don't know if this is going to be a reoccurring thing or maybe just for this
Maybe
time.
they'll just start adding in VR titles like every...
That'd be good. I would like that.
I mean, they have a PSVR, so...
Yeah, they should.
That would make sense.
And the third game you'll get, actually, is the BioShock Collection. So, wow, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Because the BioShock Collection is 3 games.
So the BioShock Collection is actually very worth it. That's
super worth it.
The full collection, that's the whole trilogy. And BioShock's a great game if you haven't played it.
Super good. Really highly recommend playing that. one of my favorite like plot twists of any media ever is BioShock 1.
It created a standard. It was very good. And then Metro Exodus second DLC, Sam's Story, is going to be coming out February 11th.
That's pretty cool. I'm not
know
playing it anymore, but
I don't know too much about it.
I know it's more open than the last DLC.
Yeah,
the last DLC was more corridor based.
Because the last one took place back in Moscow in the metros.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's okay.
Yeah.
So this one's definitely more open. And then The Outer Worlds, actually, a game that we have all played, which is pretty crazy. Releases on Switch March 6th. How is that game going to run? Probably not well, but we'll see.
It's not super graphically intensive. I feel like it'll be okay. If they can run The Witcher 3 on it, I feel like they can
run anything, dude.
If they can run The Witcher 3 on it, they can run the
Maybe Monster Hunter World would be quite a challenge on the Switch.
Probably.
Speaking of the Switch, I discovered yesterday that the bracket, the stand, that little kickstand, it's missing on my son's Switch.
Oh. It's missing?
Yeah.
Maybe it broke off.
Is that
like
a common thing for it to happen?
I've heard it happening.
It hasn't happened to me, but I mean, I've played with it before. It feels super.
It's very flimsy.
It feels very cheap. Like, it's very rigid, and it looks like it was kind of put on as an afterthought. You know?
Yeah. And you know what? He lied. I'm like, what happened? What happened here? What are you talking about? Where's the kickstand? What kickstand? There's a little flap, a metal flap that goes here. And he goes, oh, I don't know. I never even noticed there was one there. I'm like, bullshit.
Like, what? I highly doubt that.
What happened to it?
You're telling me you're a kid and you don't know everything about this console?
That means he does know what happened to it.
But
so now we're gonna move into our rumors. Let's see how much time we got here. We got about 5 minutes. This first rumor, man, really, I really don't believe this is true, but it is making the rounds. I have seen multiple news outlets running with this. I'm not gonna name any names, but it's not very true, I don't think. So here's what it is. This comes from Tidux or Tdux. I'm not sure. Twitter user. I'm not sure how to say it. But basically, he lists out performances of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X based on part. So we have the CPU of the PS5 supposed to be equal to the Xbox Series X. I don't believe that's true. The GPU of the PS5 is going to be less powerful than the Xbox Series X by less than 1 teraflop. Not really sure about that. Probably less likely to be true because Xbox will have the power advantage. They have to have it pretty much. The RAM of the PS5 is supposed to be bigger in bandwidth and size. That could be cool if it's true. However, again, not very sure about that. The SSD, however, is supposed to be better than the Xbox Series X and the PS5 in speed and size. There is multiple rumors going around that the SSD in the PS5 is stronger. Again, however, I really don't think this is true. And then the performance overall, PS5 better than Xbox Series X. Again, I don't think this rumor is true. I really think the Xbox Series X is going to have the advantage.
I mean, yeah. Even if one does have the advantage over the other, the differences in overall performance is probably...
It's not going to be...
nearly negligible.
Unless you're like really into that kind of tech, you probably won't notice it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, you're really not going to notice it.
Just buy the one you want.
Yeah, just buy whichever one you like games more for. That's it. That's what I did. And that's why I play PlayStation.
We just talked about it a few minutes ago. The Switch has outsold the Xbox.
Officially. The Switch has sold 52 million in 3.5 years.
It's going to continue to do that despite inferior hardware.
Yep.
You know, content and software trump hardware every single time.
That's why when people say like, "Oh, the power matters," it's like, yes, it matters to an extent.
But if you don't have the games to use the power, then it's like,
It's got to be fun.
I mean, I wonder how many people bought this Switch just because Smash Bros.
A lot. Probably a lot.
Probably a lot. Like, people start like, oh, Mario Kart, Mario Party, Smash Bros. Pokemon. I'm sold.
That's people's life right there. That's people's childhood.
That's what Nintendo does. They sell you back your childhood.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I mean, they got me. So then we have 2 more rumors here. I'm gonna go over this From Software rumor that is super exciting.
Very exciting.
To me and Captain Stiffy here. I don't know about Sig. He hasn't played any From Soft games before. Maybe he'll like them. Probably not, but we'll see. basically, the world of Elden Ring is their next game. From Software is making with George Railroad Martin. That's not his initials. I just made it up. But the game is supposed to be open field instead of open world. So FromSoft wants to avoid open world tropes as much as possible. So they don't want to just populate a world with just crap, with just collectibles and stuff to do. So they're going for a more open field, which tells me it's going to be more like a hub world. That's what it kind of like illustrates to me.
That sounds kind of
which
similar
is super cool.
to how Dark Souls and stuff already is. Probably maybe less
just bigger.
complex.
They said it was like supposed to be
like larger.
the largest game they've made actually, which is like super cool.
That makes sense.
And they're trying to figure out a way to connect the open worlds or open field, concept with their corridor-based kind of like hallway and secret passage type of map that they're known for. So this will be cool because anything they make I'll buy because they're really good. So and they also said that the game is directly inspired by Shadow of the Colossus, which I don't know if you guys have played it. Have you played it?
I played a little bit of it. I know what it's about. I know what it's like.
Well, I haven't played it, but if you it's good.
Shadow of the Colossus.
I've heard it's very good.
The Shadow of the Colossus, the only thing you're killing are the Colossuses, and it's more like a puzzle, or like figuring out like what's the way that you need to be climbing up the puzzle and stuff.
Oh, okay.
How to get to them and stuff.
So maybe it'll be like bigger bosses or combat puzzles.
So there's a possibility that what they mean by inspired by Shadow of the Colossus. Maybe you can be like grab onto large enemies and climb onto it and find their weak spots and stab them and stuff like that.
That'd be cool. Super down.
Dragon's Dogma did that very well.
That'd be cool. And then our last rumor concerns Resident Evil 8, which will not be called Resident Evil 8. It'll have some clever title, probably like Resident Evil.
The Ocho.
The Ocho, yeah.
The Ocho.
Got it. ESPN would destroy them, or Disney rather would come down and destroy them.
The Ocho.
Resident Evil The Ocho. That's funny, dude. So there's some rumors here that the perspective will be first person. All right, whatever, sure.
Cool.
Chris Redfield will return in some capacity. To Resident Evil fans, that's a big deal. I'm not a Resident Evil fan. I played RE2. I liked it.
Chris Redfield's pretty badass.
Okay. Captain Stevie says it's badass. He's got to be a badass. Then, again, like I said, will not be called Resident Evil 8. Regular zombies will appear instead of the molded from Resident Evil 7. So if you played Resident Evil 7, you probably knows what that type of zombie is. I don't really know. I didn't play Resident Evil 7, fortunately.
That was Biohazard, right?
Yeah. That was the first person,
Yeah. So, Resident Evil 7 didn't really have, like, a bunch of, like, little mob monsters and stuff. It was much more of a horror game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. And then there will be a persistent, shadowy female figure that follows you around. And if you try and shoot it, it'll just kind of, like, disperse.
Ooh.
So,
like PT.
Kinda, yeah, actually.
You know what's super spooky? So somebody, like, somebody went into the code of PT and unlocked the camera because it's all first person, and allowed them to like look behind themselves.
Okay.
And the monster in PT was like a super creepy looking woman. Literally followed you the entire time.
What?
Like from the very beginning of the game.
That's terrifying.
The thing was super creepy about it because like a lot of times you'll see like shadows passing you, or you hear footsteps behind you, or like you'll see like in a reflection like something behind you. And you look around, it's like nothing's there. And that's because like. When you turn around, it's constantly behind you, like literally behind the character.
That's cool.
Yeah, super spooky.
And they only found out about this when they unlocked the rear camera.
Oh yeah, just somebody who was going through, just messing with the code and stuff to unlock the view from first person. They were able to turn the camera around and see it actually.
So the developers actually programmed having this figure follow you behind you.
Yeah.
With the intent of never really revealing
you
it.
never actually being able to look around.
That's super, dude. That's giving me goosebumps. That's
Isn't
super
that,
creepy.
That's Kojima. That's Kojima, man.
Yeah,
That's creepy. It's like
that's super creepy.
Let's code this in there, even though people will never see it. Like,
that's cool, man. I think it's cool.
That's some kind of a dedication,
That's creepy.
Like you want to make a true experience, a true ambiance. And they go all out with it.
And that game, PT, stands for playtest. It's if you have it on your PS3, never delete it. That thing will literally.
Yeah, you can't.
It will be.
You can't download it anymore.
Yeah, actually, was it PS3 or PS4? I think it was PS4 actually.
It was PS4.
It was PS4.
It was PS4.
So there was actually an update to the PS4, and is it Capcom? I don't know. Whoever was in charge of that game put in a little file in there that deleted it from your system.
Yeah,
gone
on the update. So
you just, if you didn't update, you still have it.
And
If you
and
you know
can
if you got it.
It's
They open up system access to developers. It can delete programs.
That's what the story was. I don't know how they did it.
That's crazy.
But
that means they could
Oh,
turn.
it was Konami. It was Konami. That's who it was.
That means if they can delete it, they could probably turn your system on, like in the middle of the night. Play me. Play me.
That'd be
spooky.
It was Konami because PT was leading to a tease to a new Silent Hill game by Kojima. That's what the tease was for.
That's what it was for. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
But Konami was like, "Boo! I hate you, Kojima." So they just
like stopped it, even though it was like one of like the most horrifying, like terrifying, and really good horror experiences like ever brought to games. Like it was like I was watching gameplay. I was getting scared. Like this is, like it was super tense.
Yeah, like look at that cover, dude. Just that cover photo is scary.
Scary as crap.
That's this one here.
Yeah.
I put that out on screen.
Yeah, that figure right there. That figure right there in that first image. That was a figure that's following you around the entire time.
And it's one hallway, one character.
It's a loop.
It's a loop.
It was like a loop, but it was like a puzzle. Like you had to do the right things, and then each time you go through, different things would change. Like you would see, it was super weird. There was a lot of like hidden.
There's a lot going on actually.
There was a lot going on. A lot of hidden messages. Like if you look at the clock would say different things, different times, and if you like, I don't know, translate the clock stuff to binary, it means something spooky or some crap. Like, that's
terrifying.
That thing
dude.
was following you around the entire time. And the only way you would, like, as a player, like, playing it normally, you would just get hints of it, like shadows moving and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And what's cool is that game we talked about last week with Ninja Theory, Project Mara, is, like, loosely inspired by this, because it's one character, one room, it's horror, except the horror is going to be based on real people's experience, which, to me, is way scarier than something fictional.
Look at that. So fucking creepy looking. The graphics were insane. Like it looked very realistic.
Yeah, so that's what happened with that. It was crazy because people were pissed. People wanted this to be a game. They were like, "Yeah,
like,
make
this.
this."
This could be one of the best horror games ever made. Yeah.
Whoops. Sorry. Wrong one. Here you go. I'm posting on the chat the article to what you're saying. How they camera hack reveals ghostly secret.
Mm-hmm.
That's so creepy, dude.
Super creepy.
Yeah. So that's actually that rounds out everything we got to talk about. Really. Is there anything else you guys want to mention or bring up?
Nothing.
No. What was this Blizzard thing you guys were talking about?
Oh, that was all about Warcraft 3 Reforge and how they're screwing it up.
Oh. Yeah.
Yep, screwing it up.
Blizzard doesn't really have great relationship with their fans actually. Their fans all want one thing, and all of them are just like, no. Like for Overwatch, all the fans want like it was a pretty overwhelming majority of people wanted to have the ability for you to ban certain characters, because that's a thing that happens a lot in like League of Legends and Smite and stuff like that, where like there are certain characters that get bans, and like you have a set number of bans that you can do each game. And doing this, you have to be more tactful. You have to know more characters. You have to change your whole game plan up. If you're ban Reinhardt, like that like you can do an entire tactic around Reinhardt. If you ban Reinhardt, you have to change your whole tactic. So that was something that like people wanted to do, but they were all just, this was like something I saw this week, and they were just like, we don't want to.
Like, no, we don't want to support our fans.
We're just like, we disagree. So.
Anybody else out there? Do you want to? Before we wrap up, is there any topic you want us to
we gotta go
touch
eat.
on or discuss?
We gotta go eat some food.
And if you're a new viewer, a new listener, please
look on Craigslist for some washer and dry.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by. Actually, we're gonna go right into our closing. Actually, which is starts off with that sentence I just said. So thanks for stopping by as always, everybody. Listeners, we stream this podcast live every Friday at 11 Eastern Time, AM, not PM. That would be horrible. Twitch.tv/FPS Guides. That's us. Come say hi. Remember to smash them like and subscribe buttons. You can check out all our content on Apple iTunes Podcasts, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Alexa. Again, everywhere where podcasts are listed. And most importantly, come check out our website, ftsguides.com. Also, check out our Discord. Link should be in the description below. On Twitch, I think it'll be in the YouTube description as well. So if you want to watch later, check it out there. And let's see. Oh, don't forget to come chat and play with us on the weekends. We'll be here. We'll be playing games. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just pop in, drop some dank memes, bounce. That's fine. We won't judge. Don't forget to tell your friends about us. We are very close. Or we are closer. We are closer. Closer.
60% of the way.
To our 100 follower goal for this time period. So please help us out and play games, everybody.
Yeah, big thanks for our last follower jacking off to our stream.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Play games. Be safe.
Play games.
But not too safe.